Hey guys, well I thought we'd just go outside now and I'll show you my Golf Mark 6 car, which is soon to be my ex-Golf Mark 6 car, as on Thursday this week I put it in part exchange for the Mark 7. So here's just a little quick run around of the car I have at the present. Here's the Mark 6. I bought it in 2009 from Beadles in Bromley. Nice car it is as well. The new one is based on a completely new platform, so it's different in all respects, although it will look basically the same, I suppose. I haven't opened the door. I'll just open the door using the keys. Hold on a minute please. Well, the door's now open, so we can have a look inside. This is the inside of the Golf. It's very hot in here now. The sun's actually come out. Don't see much sun this summer. Here is the fascia. I suppose it looks a bit old by modern standards. There's not the usual panel in the middle with all the touchscreen on it. But anyway, there's the air conditioning buttons here, and the radio and selection of media, radio media, traffic information, and the menu for making adjustments. Yes, well, now we're looking at the steering wheel with the controls on either side for controlling the radio, volume, station selection, telephone if you've got one, and also the multifunctional display, which is in the centre here. You can see it. You can see how relatively low mileage this car's done in 7 years, but hey ho, I feel like a change, and I can foresee, you know, new tyres, new exhaust, new battery, annual MOTs, they're all coming up, and I thought, oh sod it, I'd like a change. I was very doubtful about this device here, which is going to disappear on the new one. That thing there, which we call a handbrake, mechanical handbrake. There, good old handbrake. Well, that's done away with, like it is on so many modern cars now, where we have an electronic handbrake. At least with the Golf, it's done in a sophisticated manner, and will be complemented by an auto hold. So whenever you stop on a slope, the brake goes on and holds it indefinitely until you pull away, in which case you sort of just put your foot on the accelerator bit, release the clutch, and the brake goes off and you just pull away, so there's no need to start grabbing the handbrake every time. Trouble is, when I tried out the demo the other day, I kept on, my left hand kept on going ahead to hold the car, and there won't be need for that any longer. Well, that's the interior. I say nice, it's smart, understated like all Golfs are. I think the designer of interiors for Golf should be employed by lots of other car companies, as many of those interiors leave something to be desired. Yeah, there's not really much more I can say about the interior of this. What I will be losing is the sunroof. It'd be the first time in 20 years that I haven't specified a sunroof. Well, I found that I don't use it as much as I used to. It's nice to let extra light in the car, but again, just pull the cover across and it'll be like this most of the time. Just make more use of the air conditioning, which most people do anyway. Well, that's it folks. We'll just go outside for a little bit more, and I'll shut the car up again. Just lock the car by reaching into my pocket and pressing the lock button wherever it is. I think that's it, it's locked. Heard the click. Yes. We'll just go around the front. There'll be certain detailing which you'll see. There's a difference in detailing down here. As I say, it's a completely different car. The new one is lower and wider. I do regret the fact that it's lower, but there we are. It's an inch lower, it's wider, which doesn't matter. And that is it. That's good old faithful, which I've had, say, almost 7 years, bar a few weeks, I suppose. And of course the road tax will be much less on the new one. It's only £30. Both cars have a 1.4 turbo stratified injection engine, and the new one apparently develops more Pferdestärke, or brake horsepower I suppose as we call it, and so that'll be an improvement. And we will have regenerative braking and all the fancy stuff, stop start, and adaptive cruise control, which will keep a fixed distance from the car in front depending on how you set it up. And so I suppose all these will aid safer driving, and we'll also have city emergency braking, meaning that you theoretically can't bump into a car in front, as the car will be braked automatically. So there you have it, that's the back of the car again, and I'll say goodbye from here. The next time you see me, I'll be showing you the new car, hopefully this time next week. Cheers. Hi guys, well I thought we should continue part 2 of this video. In the first part I described my Mark 6 Golf, which is now gone, and so instead of that I have now purchased a Mark 7 Golf, same colour but a completely different car, although to most people it will look like another silver Golf with a wheel at each corner. This is the car from the back. There's different detailing to the rear lights, different swaging lines down the side of the car, quite different wheels. And the wing mirrors fold in automatically when you lock the car, but you don't have to have that feature on if you don't want to. Coming around to the front, you see a swage line down the bonnet, accent line. Let's try and get out of the bright sun. Should have moved the car further away. That's better. See it now. It's very, very bright out here. Different wheels, creases to accentuate the shape, etc. And then we come down to the grille here. Somewhere along there's the radar housing, which sends a beam of radar out and controls the distance from the traffic in front. It's just a plate. Perhaps I should have done this on a less bright day really. There's the car. It's an inch lower, an inch wider and nearly 2 inches longer. And on the MQB platform, which stands for Modulare Querbaukasten, which is modular transverse toolkit or toolbox. It means that lots of different panels can be hung on the same chassis, let us say, to form different models throughout the Seat, VW, Audi. What other cars are there in that range? Well, you know what I mean. Skoda as well, of course. Well, next we come to the interior. I've just unlocked the car and we can go inside. It's rather hot in here now, of course, but at least we'll get out of the brightness. Just sit in the car for a minute. Oh my God, it's hot in here. Oh dear, very hot. Shut the door and roast. I'm afraid the colour of everywhere is a bit distorted because the sun's on it. But the interior is quite different now. As you look down here, you'll see that there is no handbrake, but just this electronic device here, which you flick up to put the handbrake on, but it does it automatically anyway. When you come to a stop, take out the ignition key or open the door or several other parameters, you will find that the handbrake comes on automatically. Or the sun's gone in now, and that's the better view. There's the handbrake control. And behind it is the auto hold, which is the device whereby if it's switched on, which it is all the time in this car, the car will hold whenever you come to a stop with the foot brake on any hill incline. It will just stop where it is, and as soon as you release the clutch, it will automatically release, and you just pull away without any drama at all. Around the gear lever are various knobs, one here for disabling the parking sensors or enabling them manually if you want to, another one round here for disabling the auto stop or start stop, which this car's got, and another one here for changing the mode. Do you want a general comfort mode or a sportier mode or an economical mode? And then there's also a mode to enable you to set your own parameters. Up here is the screen, which all cars seem to have nowadays, and when you turn it on, I think the radio come on. I haven't got the ignition key. I'll just go back to radio, it's on navigation. And you can go through the radio stations like this and select which ones you want. It's on DAB at the moment. And then over here you've got the navigation button, which brings up where you are. And then you have a car button which gives you data. But again, I haven't got the ignition on. That is all the data gathered since you started the car. And if you press that, it's long-term data and data since refueling, but they're all there. As soon as you've got the ignition on, you can see all the relative data. You've also got this Think Blue trainer, which gives you an idea of how well you're driving the car or badly. You've got vehicle status, tyre pressure loss indicator. Select sport here. You've got a performance monitor and a lap timer. All this sort of crap really. Go back to vehicle status, lap timer, and get it all on there, etc. And a menu for setting up all sorts of things here: vehicle, traffic, navigation, telephone, media, radio, and general settings. And you go back to the media. This will play whatever is on your USB stick or whatever is on your SD card. You press that and you can go back up the list to all these classical works here. And some popular stuff, Carpenters, Matt Monroe should be down here somewhere, Frank Sinatra, French with Michael Thomas. Crikey, it's hot. Oklahoma. Just select which one you want, and then it starts playing. And you can go back to the album cover. And back to the radio again.
You can experience it.
Turn the whole thing off. On the steering column you've got controls here for the adaptive cruise control. You can set it, and that will then keep the car at a set distance from the car in front, irrespective of what speed they're going. If they accelerate, the car will go faster. When they brake, your car will automatically slow down. And on the right you've got controls for selecting the menu, adjusting the tracks or the radio station, and over here the volume. I don't know why they've separated them on both sides. In front of you you've got the speedometer, the rev counter. Been made a bit smaller on this car, which is a bit annoying in a way, with the 30 not prominent, so you really had to stare at it quite carefully to see what your speed is. Of course there's no roof in this, there's no sunroof in this car, and we've got a slightly lower roof line. There we are, sunshine roofless car, and a nice wide storage up here for your sunglasses, whatever else you want to put in there, possibly a mobile phone. So it'd probably fall out on you. And the ubiquitous storage devices for bottles, which I never cover. It's a pity you can't take that out and increase storage space. But anyway, there's plenty under the arms here. Armrest here. Haven't yet managed to fill them. Well, that's pretty much it really. It's to say a totally different car, although to most people who don't know about cars it looks the same, just another silver car with 4 wheels. There are the heating controls there and air conditioning. It's in a sort of a silver finish and grey, but the sun's washing it all out, so it doesn't look particularly smart in this light at all. But it's very hot in here. Must be about 78, 79, even above. And we now come round to the boot, which has got an adjustable floor, so you can take the floor out and put it down 2 different levels if you want to have a deeper rim on the edge here, but I've got it set at the highest level. You've got storage on the left and storage on the right. Not very interesting boots. About the same size as the other one, though it's supposed to be bigger. But somehow those 2 items there don't fit in the same way. There's less distance from back to front, so this won't go in 90 degrees for some reason. This parcel shelf can be taken off and in fact put underneath the floor, which is useful for some people. Not for me though, I don't carry anything. Well, that's it then really. Parking sensors on the bumpers. Easier wheels to clean with no polished surfaces like the other ones had. So there's no problems there. They could easily be resprayed by your average home mobile unit really. Well, that's it. I think we'll end there. As I say, the sun's too bright to get an idea of the lines too much. And so we'll end it there. Okay, bye.